Hey, welcome to Cooking for Two. I am going to be doing a series for just a little while called Dirt Cheap Meals. Some of you guys had requested that I do some frugal meals. So this will be the first video in that series, but keep watching because I'm going to put at least one a week out for a little while as part of that series. I hope you enjoy this. Today's meal will be very frugal, and some of it will be using a leftover, and we're going to be making some of these whole wheat rotini, some green beans from my garden last summer, and we will be making a hamburger gravy sauce to go over the noodles. So in this baggie, I have just a little bit of pre-cooked hamburger left over that I had pre-cooked for like a pizza. And then I have like this one burger that was left over from when I had made hamburgers. And I just froze it in this bag together. And we're going to be making use of this. Once that thaws out a little bit, I'll chop that burger up. I've got my heat on medium, and to that, I have got some leftover onion and peppers. So just go ahead and add those in. Whenever I have something like this pre-sliced up for one type of meal and it's left over, I'll just take the scissors and cut it smaller. It's fast and I don't have a lot of cleanup that way. Had some water boiling back there, and you'll see why in a minute. Just open that up so it's not squealing. Okay, guys, so there's 3 leftovers, right? Onions, peppers, and burgers. Okay, with that hot water, I am going to add it to this glass measuring cup, 2 cups of boiling water. And then I'm going to add beef bouillon cubes. We'll do 4 of them. You guys, bullion cubes are so inexpensive, and it is such a frugal way, in my opinion, to do cooking. I like doing the leftover style meals because a lot of times we think we have to have a specific recipe or we have to have specific ingredients, but it's just not true. As we learn to cook, we can make do, we can substitute, we can use up every little scrap of what we have. Like that one burger, that's not going to feed my husband and I, but when I save that up in the freezer, within this leftover hamburger, it's going to be plenty for the two of us once I make the gravy and it goes over noodles and we add the onions and peppers and, you know, that's the other thing. It doesn't take as many or as much of each ingredient as what we think. So I know some of my viewers are coming over from my other channel, A Godly Home, where they have become friends and know me very well. And then some of my viewers are new viewers that have come along just for this cooking channel. And just a little background on me, in case you don't know, I am a wife of almost 23 years. I was a homeschool mom, and so my time has all been spent right here at home doing things like cooking and learning these skills and learning how to make do as we lived on one income so that I could be home to homeschool. And now, with just the two of us, I'm still choosing to be home because that is what we are used to. And so this is a great thing that I can do with some of my spare time, is video some of these things for some of you that are just learning or looking for new meal ideas. Okay, while we're waiting for that to thaw out and those onions and peppers to brown a little bit, all I'm going to do for my green beans I won't turn it on yet, but I will just get the pan ready to go. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. In goes my beans. Then I've got some seasoning salt from Dollar Tree. Put a good amount of that on. And some pepper. And I'm just going to saute those over medium heat. And I guess I can go ahead and get that started because that will be a little while cooking where it's frozen. Let's come back over here. Okay. We got that onion browning pretty good. Okay, so at this point, what I am going to do I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of this butter and drop it right in that pan. Guys, I'm showing this to you real time. This is not going to take any time at all. The part that's going to take the longest for this is to get that pasta cooked. So just letting that butter completely melt. Now it's looking kind of greasy, but don't worry about that. We have a plan. I got a little jar of flour I keep for making gravy. It's easier than getting out the big canister. And I'm just going to put 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour right down in there. I want that all incorporated right in. Okay, now that right there is my bouillon cube water. I'm going to go ahead and pour all of that in there. Okay, and whisk it. Okay, now to that, I'm going to add just a sprinkle of garlic powder. Just a tiny, tiny amount. We don't want to cover up those other flavors. And a little bit of pepper, a little bit more pepper. Okay. And that's it. It's just going to thicken. And I'm going to just stir it occasionally. And there is our sauce for that pasta that didn't take any time at all. Okay, I'm going to turn that down to number 2 on an electric stove or low on a gas stove and just let it sit there and simmer. If it gets a little thick, you can add a splash more of water. Okay, my water's boiling back there, ready for my noodles. Once I go in, I set the timer for the longest amount of time on the box, and that will make it perfect. So 10 minutes. We will be eating in 10 minutes. Okay, I will see you back in 10 minutes. Okay, I have that pasta all done, and I'm just going to give it just a drizzle of olive oil, just enough that it doesn't stick together. Okay, let's get my husband's plate served up first. Okay, and then he likes just a little bit of Parmesan cheese over the top. And that's it. And we will have leftovers for his lunches. I'll show you how many at the end. Got this big one done up for my husband's lunch. And then one to go towards another lunch. We both ate from that. Plus I did up a plate for my big hound dog Sloopy. She normally eats what we eat. So that was a pretty frugal meal to get that many servings out of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.